Dakota Plains Ag Center in Beers, South Dakota with your market video for this week. The USDA forecasted a 175.1 bushel average corn yield for the U.S. The forecast was larger than expected, but prices surprisingly increased after the report. Why? Could be a combination of bullish demand in the export markets, and also there's thoughts in the market that the later yield forecasts and upcoming reports will be adjusted lower. Dakota Plains rail market is an extension of that strong export market, so we hope to earn a larger share of your business this year as we aim to be more competitive in the market, or as competitive as we can. So last video I asked for your feedback, and I got some. A guy told me the last video wasn't impactful, wasn't worth his time. He said he can get a weather report and some market facts anywhere. He's right. With information out there, you can get weather and market information anywhere. So I'm refocusing, bringing in more engaging content, I hope. The goal of this video is, the pursuit of market knowledge and to aid growers and make more confident decisions. Also just to provoke thought, make some complex ideas simple. Those are some of the things that I hope to bring. So one question I want to ask, one theme of this video will be today is, are you a lifetime learner? This really innovative guy named Eric Hofer made a quote. He said, "In the world of change, the learners shall inherit the earth, while the learned shall find themselves perfectly suited for a world that no longer exists." End quote. So none of us can deny that the world is changing very fast. Agriculture is surely changing at a very fast pace also. Just look back the last 10 years. Hybrids, agronomic practices, marketing, volatility, new production in other parts of the world, trucking or logistics has changed the marketplace. Ethanol has changed corn demand, allocation of acres. The internet has changed farming, just the transparency in the market. So my question to you is, how do you keep up with the change? Are you investing time to learn new practices that will keep your farm relevant in this ever-changing ag environment? One grower told me just today that in his opinion, historical data on yields and markets can be skewed or obsolete because of how fast things change. He said on his farm, data over 3 years old is irrelevant because of how fast things have changed. So as far as marketing goes, just some best practices that I've observed or witnessed or have guys had told me how they keep up on market information. Many guys have told me that they spend about an hour in the morning checking the markets, updating their plan, and checking bases at different locations. So they spend about an hour. And those guys I know are good marketers, and it's top of mind a lot every day. Other growers have shared that if they have multiple guys, maybe father, son, or brothers, they have a weekly marketing meeting where they talk about markets and what they're looking for, what needs to be moved weekly. I've had guys, mostly guys I would say probably over 50 before the internet, that had done a lot of charting and taken even education and technical analysis of markets. You can tell when somebody calls you on the phone which guys have done that. So they've invested time and education in learning how to market grain. So one guy asked me last week, so what do you tell a guy or a 70-year-old farmer that's been farming 50 years what to do? Basically, the guy was asking me, how do you, a punk that sits behind a desk, bring value to a successful grower that's been doing this his whole life? So this is how I replied. I said, I don't tell him anything. I give him a bid or I give him a choice in the market. In fact, I don't tell any farmer what to do, how to market his grain. That's not my role. Farmer's the CEO. He makes the decisions. He's the farmer. You are running the $1 million business, and what his market bias is or what he thinks the market's going to do is way more important than what I think it's going to do. My goal is to be a relevant resource, and I also buy grain, and I also have a really awesome facility to dump grain, and we have competitive basis. So that's what I try to provide, is be a relevant choice in the market for that farmer. And I don't make business decisions for him, but I can bring him information, bring him resources that'll help him make more confident decisions. That's what my goal is. So I really do enjoy learning about markets, and I have a lot to learn. But one of my goals of this video is to share my pursuit for marketing knowledge with the Dakota Plains grower customers. So stay tuned as I put out new content each week that's unique and relevant in the market. And I also encourage all of us to be lifetime learners. If I'm going to stay relevant in this career, if you're going to stay relevant in farming, we have to always be learning new things and new ideas, new practices to stay relevant. So it's one thing I love about markets, love about agriculture, is the market always changes. There's always a new challenge. So also my bosses would like me not to waste company time or your time. So I have to measure my results from this video somehow, and one way of measuring them is views that I get. I'm getting a little over 30 views a video, which isn't a lot. I want to ask you a favor. If you grab value from this video, I'd ask you to share it with a peer and help me grow and help me show my bosses that this is worth my time and your time. So thanks for watching. Have a good day.